Greetings everyone, Core here. Time for another midnight review, and this one is interesting, just because it's a continuation of the DC cinematic universe. Which, in case you couldn't tell by the title, I went to go see Wonder Woman tonight, and it's good. It's very good. Overall, it's really great. Um, I can't think. There's only one thing I would nitpick about, and that's because I think they messed up on some continuity somewhere, or they took out a scene or something. But it's nothing too big. I think a lot of people probably won't notice it either. But I did, apparently. But that's just me. Anyways, Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, I believe. Her name is. Sorry if I mispronounced it. I do it all the time. You know I'm bad with names. She plays Wonder Woman once again, since Batman vs Superman. This is kind of the it's kind of the story of the photo that uh, Bruce finds, that Batman finds, and pretty much just it's the story behind the photo and how she came to man's world, and how she was created. It's her origin story movie, and it does a really great job telling that story, which is pretty impressive because it's the first time, it's the first female-led superhero movie with such a big budget and backing and everything, and it makes sense. It's Wonder Woman. I know Marvel is coming out with their Miss Marvel, and it should be really good too as well. I think that one would be a little more lighthearted compared to this one. This one was pretty serious, but it had its moments. Think Captain America: First Avenger. That's a time period of World War II. This one's World War One, so it's similar in a lot of ways, but as far as the lead, it's different because, well, it's Wonder Woman. It's a woman, and she does a really good job. Her accent is better, and it works for her in this movie better than from Batman vs Superman, where it'll fade in and out. Here she gets more into the character, I would say, so it definitely sounds better. The whole Themyscira, it's just beautiful. The way that they, the way that they told the story of Themyscira, her mother, her sister, the Amazons, Zeus, Ares, all the gods and stuff, works really well. It's an origin story. Yeah, we've had tons of them, but this is an origin story we haven't had a movie for, and it's a bit different because it's a Greek Roman god. They interchange a lot by being the Greek god story, and very, it's very cool. They do take a little bit from all the DC comics, a little bit from Rebirth, a little bit from New 52. They kind of throw a little bit of everything in it, and it's interesting to see, a superhero that has great power actually use her power and it's shown off in, such a way that actually feels like, yeah, she's there. It's like the first Superman movie when, they advertised, you will believe a man can fly. Well, you will believe an Amazon will kick your ass. And it's really cool. The action scenes are really intense, really great, really well paced, and really well shot. Along with the music, complements the whole movie throughout the whole 2 hours and 13 minutes, something like that. Which there's only one small piece in it that feels a little long to say, which it's just one of the slower scenes and stuff, and it just feels like it drags a little too long. But overall, I think it does a really good job bringing in the character of Wonder Woman, telling her origin story, showing her weapons, her training, how she was brought up, and what she knows, her knowledge, and it's crazy. It's actually really, it, it's kind of funny when the pilot, when he comes in, uh, and he just he's the fish out of water, where usually it's a superhero who's the fish out of water, but yet he brings her into his world, and that's when she's the fish out of water. But yet she just charms everyone. you know, it's really cool to see that, and it's really fun. There's like some really good jokes in there. There's really good characters. Uh, what else? It's like I said, I can't really think anything. There's the story was really well written. It was really interesting. Um, yeah, I can't. Like I said, the only thing I can nitpick is just a little continuity error, which happens pretty somewhat early on. So it comes and goes, and it's just kind of like a plot point that gets the story. Like Deadpool furthers the story, furthers the plot, and yeah, it's just minor. I don't think anyone will really catch it. Hopefully, um, but besides that, yeah, music was great. The thing that I was there was one scene I was anticipating, the Wonder Woman theme song, which is the from Batman vs Superman when she first drops in. She blocks the laser, saves Batman. The theme song hits, and it's just epic. I was kind of hoping that was going to happen in here, which it does, but they do change her theme song a little bit. It blends in with the other song that they start off with, that bleeds in her to the scene that they show, her when they play her theme song, and it works really well. Me and my friend were kind of like, you could feel it coming, but it doesn't pop up at that scene that you think comes close. Not that scene that you think, and I think a lot of people will probably be like, "Oh, I don't think they're gonna play it," and then it hits, and it's pretty fun. I saw this in Dolby IMAX. Well, not Dolby IMAX. Dolby Atmos at AMC's, which I'm just gonna see every big movie that I'm really looking forward to. Which, yeah, Wonder Woman was one. I think the next movie I might see in it is Transformers, maybe even Cars 3. I probably will see in Dolby Atmos, because if it's shown in it, of course, which it probably will, just because I think those movies will really show off. Like this movie, it shows off really the detail of the armors, the world, the grittiness, and it just shows everything off so beautiful because the projectors are great. The sound is amazing, especially during dog fights and um, the gunfights and everything. You feel the impact. You could sense and feel where those shots or impacts are at, and it's just so great. Like I said, I can't recommend it enough. If you want to see this one works really well in Dolby Atmos, and it's just nice being in those big comfortable seats. I literally bought AMC Stubs Premiere just because I wanted, well, no fees and all that stuff, the benefits and everything. Because I'm gonna see a few movies, and I think I'll get my money's worth out of it. It's only $15 a year, so yeah, I'm sure. By the end of next month, I'll probably make my money back in rewards. But yeah, it's Wonder Woman, great movie. I've seen a lot of reviews. It was really hard to not be influenced by a lot of reviews, but from what I've seen from the titles and stuff, everyone seems to have a very positive review of this movie, and I think it earns it. I know I've seen a couple headlines saying it's the best DC cinematic universe movie, which, yeah, I mean, considering you have two other movies, which is Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman, yeah, it's the better one of those three. Because not a lot of people consider the Batman Nolan Batman considered the DCU, but nonetheless, it's a great movie. Can't recommend it enough. Hopefully, it does really well, and hopefully, Justice League, which I gotta say, seeing the Justice League trailer on the big screen in that with that projector and everything and sound makes it so much better. I don't know what it is. Like, you see it on YouTube, you see it on your phone or whatever. It just doesn't. It doesn't quite. Uh, it doesn't quite capture the epicness, I guess, of the detail that as seeing it like on a big screen with a nice projector and everything. It got me more hyped for it, and I wasn't that hyped for seeing Justice League until I saw the trailer in Dolby Atmos, which it just works out so much well. Which I'm sure I'll see that in Dolby Atmos along with Thor and November. Yeah, it should come out in November of this year. So look forward to that if you're interested in that. But until next time, next movie will be The Mummy, which is supposedly the first movie in the Universal Monster universe. So that's going to be interesting to see how they might tie that in with other stories. So everyone's starting their own universe in the cinematics. So let's see what let's see what Universal brings to the table, because everyone's trying to catch up to Marvel. But until next time, guys, later.